TLDR, I'm gonna be a slot streamer now. Pog. Okay, that is a complete joke. Alright, but we're gonna get right into it. Welcome to my YouTube video. If you're new here, my name is Kat, and I do streaming advice on TikTok, stuff like that. But I'm also doing this stuff on YouTube, and I get asked this question a lot, and that is, Kat, what game on Twitch should I stream? So, this question always puts me in a really awkward spot because I don't want to tell people what you should stream on Twitch because I can't. If I could say, hey, so, random person on the internet, you're gonna be streaming League of Legends 3 days a week. You're gonna start at 6 p.m. PST and you're gonna end at 10 p.m. PST, and that's it. You're gonna blow up on Twitch. Like, if I could tell you that, first off, you owe me $1,000,000, and secondly, I should be #1 on the Twitch leaderboards right now, but I am not, and that's because I can't tell you this info. That being said, though, there's ways to go figure out what games work better than others. And again, another disclaimer, guys. Please, 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 for the love of God, stream things that you enjoy. If you are streaming a game or something on Twitch simply because you think that this thing will do better, this category will do better than other categories, what happens is, let's say, I decide that I'm gonna go and stream only slots because slots does well. What happens is my entire viewer base will then be based off watching slots. Sure, there's going to be a small fraction of the viewer base that will like me for me and will watch me for whatever in the world I decide that I want to go stream. But the fact of the matter is, most people are going to watch you for the game, or a huge chunk of the people anyways, in the beginning. And if you swap off the initial game you were streaming, so if I decide one day, hey, I'm bored of slots, time to go and play some Valorant, because that is what I stream, my viewership is going to drop massively. And I have heard of stories of so many people who streamed exclusively one game, and they swapped over to a different game, and their viewership tanked. And that's because a lot of people, even though they like you, they are very loyal to that one game. So I highly don't recommend streaming exclusively one game simply to grow, unless you really do enjoy the game and you do see yourself playing it for a very long time. I mean, again, for me personally, I was a League of Legends streamer for 2 years, and then I swapped to Valorant, so things have gone a little bit wonky since. But if you really want to go figure out what game you should stream on Twitch, this is what I recommend. I recommend you go to the site called sulciaLs. It's got this little like garden gnome dude up here. I will put the name of it on the screen if I absolutely remember, but if I don't, well, hopefully I remember. Anyways, so it defaults you to 7 days. I don't like checking 7 days just because it is a very small sample size. So I prefer swapping the little, the amount of days they're checking to 14 days. And then on the left-hand bar here of home channel, let us click games. And this is viewing the stats of the games that are on Twitch. So again, we're gonna go look for most watched. Right here, so now we're looking at the most watched games on Twitch in the past 14 days. So, the way this site works, and I absolutely love this site, is it lists all the games here. So we have Just Chatting, GTA, League of Legends, then the total watch time of this category or this game in the last 14 days, stream time, the total amount of hours streamed by all the total streamers, peak viewership, peak channels. This is what we really care about here over here. So, the number of average viewers, the average amount of people that are watching these game categories, and then over here, average channels, the average number of channels that are streaming said game. And over here we have average viewer ratio. And what this does is it divides the average viewers, or the average number of viewers that are watching this category, by the average number of channels that are streaming this category. So by looking at these stats, we can see that if the average viewer ratio is very high, that means there are a lot of average viewers and not that many channels that are streaming said game. Whereas if the average viewer ratio is very low, that means that there are not that many viewers, but there is a lot of channels streaming the game. So the proportion of viewers to channel is very similar, which means that these games are less likely for you to get discovered on while you're streaming these games because there are just simply not enough viewers for the number of channels that are streaming this game. So we can just do a quick search and just scroll through. Okay, but yeah, so we can just go down the list here and just take a look. Just Chatting in the last 14 days has an average viewer ratio of 76.8. GTA has an average viewer ratio of 71.2. These all make sense. These, for Just Chatting, GTA, League of Legends, the numbers roughly fluctuate around here. Oh, League actually went up. It used to be like around 30, 25-ish. Valorant, 24.7. COD, Fortnite. We can just take a look right here, right? Let's just look here. Fortnite's average viewer ratio is 13.6. Apex's average viewer ratio is 13.2. Let's see, let's scroll farther down. Overwatch, 19.4. You can see that these average viewer ratios are very, very, very low. So if you are streaming these games, it's not impossible, but it will be harder for you to get discovered than if you were playing a different game that has a higher average viewer ratio. Now, let's take a look at something like sports with an average viewer ratio of 189, or slots with 259. An average viewer ratio of 259 is insane. I'm gonna be a slot streamer now, alright? Confirmed. But in all honesty, so I don't recommend that you just go straight down this list and go to see, hey, what game has the highest average viewer ratio, and I'm gonna pick this game and just one trick it to partner. Because if you're gonna try to do this, I hate to break it to you, man, but you're gonna be really, really, really disappointed. What's gonna happen is you're gonna end up pigeonholed into streaming that one game that got you all these viewers and stuff like that. And if you don't enjoy what you stream, people can tell that you're not having fun. And it's so much better if you are having fun streaming what you enjoy, even if the average viewer ratio is lower, than streaming a game that has a higher average viewer ratio but you don't enjoy. It's taxing on your mental health. The viewers can see that you don't enjoy the game, and if you swap later to a game that you actually enjoy, you're going to lose your viewer base because they came for the initial game you were playing, and your mental health is going to go into the trash can when you witness such a massive viewer drop. So I recommend this resource for people that stream a variety of games. You know, for instance, if you stream, I don't know, like League of Legends, Valorant, Overwatch, and you play Fortnite, well, look at the average viewer ratios for the games, see which games do better than others. And given the list that I just mentioned, and these are all like games that I played, right? League of Legends has the highest average viewer ratio of the four at around 46, compared to Valorant's, which is around 25, and Overwatch at around 19. So if you do stream multiple games and you enjoy all of them, looking at the average viewer ratio to figure out which games do better than others will hopefully help you find a game that might get you more discovered. But again, there is no, one size fits all. This one game will do better for you than other games. It is a completely personal process. Again, for me personally, I mean, I was a League of Legends, Valorant, art, and Just Chatting streamer, and for me, art and Just Chatting do the best, and League of Legends for me actually does worse than Valorant, even though Valorant has a lower average viewer ratio than League. For some reason, for me, that's just how it works out. So I recommended using the Solinome datasite as a baseline and look at your own stats and look at your own data. I have a YouTube video talking about looking at your own data and stats to figure out what works best for you, but do that to figure out which games actually work best for you. But use this as like a springboard, you know? But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was helpful, because a lot of people ask me this, and I don't like telling people, hey, just do this X thing, because chances are I'm going to be incorrect, because it's not a one-size-fits-all thing. But this is just a resource for you to go figure out what games might work best for you. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to check me out on Twitch, because I do stream 5 days a week, and I hope to catch you guys in another video. Down.